In December 2021, Dr. Lin at Cornell University, funded by the National Dairy Council. Now, those are not raw milk people. And I reemphasize, these are the processors that pasteurize milk. The National Dairy Council has tens of millions of dollars to do research and promote, understand, do whatever they're going to do with milk on the processing side. So you wouldn't think that they'd be interested in raw milk, but they're fascinated by it. And the study showed that inside of raw milk, and those three things we talked about, nourishment, protection, direction, there are something called bioactives. Now, bioactives is a very scientific term. It's not a word I came up with. It's not a general term. It's a very specific term. And these are the things found in raw milk that are far beyond nutrition. They're not the fats. They're not the proteins. They're not the sugars. They are the functional part of those things. So functional proteins, functional fats, the bioactives are found, 60% of them are found inside the butterfat cell and on the globule of the butterfat cell itself. So they did this big study and they published it, and it's on PubMed. So the world can see it, CDC, NIH, Health Canada, everybody can see it. It's considered good direction for physicians to look at this because it's endured the rigors of scientific scrutiny, right? PubMed. Well, here it goes. They list these bioactives, and the characteristics, the behaviors they have, the benefits they have include this: anti-hypertensive effects for your blood pressure, anti-tumor effects, anti-inflammatory effects, antimicrobial effects, antiviral effects, the flu, COVID, viruses, the flu, anti-carcinogenic effects, anti-cancer, immunoregulatory effects, probiotic, prebiotic, and postbiotic effects, remineralization, modulation of the digestive process and metabolism, and includes things like mRNA, DNA, as well as stem cells. Now, they go on to say that they want to take these things out of unprocessed milk, raw milk. They want to take it out and make a new patented food, pill, potion, whatever, to make money.
Of course.
Because, this is really key, Megan, they're destroyed, denatured, inactivated, and they're not of any value after heating and processing. These functional proteins, these bioactives, are destroyed by processing. So they want to use these really far out there, funky scientific processes like reverse osmosis and all this, and ultrafiltration and all this crazy stuff, plus some things that are really, really very, very hard to do and very expensive to do, to extract these bioactives and concentrate them into a pill, potion, or something patented to make money. The problem is when they do that, they don't work the same as they did in the raw milk matrix because they are symbiotic. They are commensal. They work together with other elements found in raw milk to be the superfood for newborn babies to thrive, and other people as well. And you go back 10, 12,000 years and you find that people thrived when they had cow's milk, goat milk, sheep's milk, camel's milk, reindeer milk, donkey's milk, water buffalo milk. Whatever domesticated animal had teats on it nearby got milked because people were starving, and raw milk was fully nourishing, and you didn't have to hunt, fish, or farm or gather. You had food right there. And when you fermented it, it became kefir, which is a superfood. And kefir, if you add a little salt to it and strain it out through a cheesecloth, you make cheese. So a fundamental foundational transformation of civilization occurred with the domestication of mammals that gave us milk. So that's a powerful thing, that bioactives are probably very, very responsible for your gut inflammation, reduction of asthma, allergies, and all the things that happen, flu, frequent colds, all that kind of stuff. That happens to people that drink raw milk. So you are among the masses being healed.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing, and it's again, it's really frustrating, as you well know, that they're on one hand making this superfood illegal or inaccessible or difficult to access in any case, and they're trying to extract all these great things that are in this food.
Yep.
And turn it into a product that they can sell. I mean, it's really unsurprising because, of course they would prefer to patent the contents of raw milk and sell it as medicine and profit from it rather than just let people have the food that already has all of this stuff in it. I've been reading about raw milk and, watching some documentaries and listening to some of your interviews. And I'm interested in these claims that raw milk can help kids who have allergies and things like asthma. I'm curious to understand how that works because asthma is like food allergies now for kids are huge. There's so many more kids who are allergic to so many more things, peanuts, for example, than they were, in the 70s and 80s and things like that. So many kids have asthma. I know plenty of adults too who are like, can't eat this, can't eat this, can't eat this, can't eat this. I'm like, what? Like these are all, you can't have eggs or nuts or fruit. Like this is weird.
What you're describing, Megan, what you're describing is leaky gut syndrome and the dysfunctional gut microbiome. I have case study after case study of people I know here in California who had asthma, severe allergies, eczema, peanut allergies, and other allergies. And after a deep dive and about 6 to 8 months of regenerating the gut, lots of raw milk kefir, olive oil, things like avocados, collagens, soup broths, all these bone collagens things, and their allergies are gone. Their eczema is resolved. Their inflammation cycles are gone. No more EpiPens, no more allergies to dust, no more of these hyper inflammation responses, these cytokine storms. None of that goes on anymore after your gut is fixed. You have the correct trigger response in your body, so your immune system is tamed. It's no longer on fire. Okay, and it's interesting to watch that it's all based on the gut. It's all based on fixing the leaky gut, the Peyer's patches, the open gates that are going on in the gut. And that happens through fixing the mucosal lining of the intestines, which is the collagen activity, as well as the diversity of bacteria and the food that feeds it. Now, what are the foods that feed bacteria? They're not preservative-laden foods. Preservatives kill bacteria. They're good for shelf life, to have that 6 months, 8 months, a year-long shelf life for that long indefinite date code. But your gut is not a shelf. Your gut needs things to break down quickly, be available, and not kill bacteria. You need that biodiversity of beneficial bacteria acting in your gut, eating whole foods that are unprocessed and natural so that you don't have any preservatives or antibiotics or GMO or Roundup or any of that weird stuff that we've got in our food nowadays that are killing off the bacterial colonies that actually support us in so many ways. They create enzymes for us. They help us make vitamins. They're protective of us. They create antibodies, which actually protect us from invasion. It's a plethora of organic biology of how mammals work. It's not a mystery. It is a inconvenient truth for the food processors that want to sell us all this crap that's not really food.